Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. I ask that your answers be brief because my time is limited. General Soleimani, the head of the Al-Quds forces, has more blood of American service members on his hands than any living terrorist. Under this agreement, the sanctions on General Soleimani are lifted. Now, Secretary Kerry said to the families of those men and women who gave their lives, who were killed by General Soleimani, we should apologize. Secretary Carter, I understand that the Joint Personnel Recovery Agency has a classified list of roughly 500 American soldiers who were murdered by Iranian IEDs. I would ask Secretary Carter, so that we can do what Secretary Kerry suggested, that the Defense Department release that list to every member of this committee, declassify that list, and release it directly to the service members' families who were murdered by General Soleimani.
Well, let me look into that, and I'll get back to you, Senator.
Senator, I never said the word apology. I never mentioned apologize. I said we should thank them for their extraordinary service. I never said a word apologize. Please, don't distort my words.
Secretary Kerry, it is duly noted that you do not apologize to the families of the service members who were murdered by the Iranian military.
Not what I said, Senator.
Do you apologize or not? I don't want to put words in your mouth, so which one is it?
I thank them for their extraordinary service, and I would remind them that the United States of America will never take the sanctions off Qasem and Soleimani.
So, sir, I just want clarity. Do you apologize or not? Because you wanted to clarify that point.
I said we thank them for their service, but we will not take the sanctions off Qasem and Soleimani.
All right, Secretary Moniz, I want to turn to a different question. The single greatest threat to the United States if Iran acquires a nuclear weapon is that of an electromagnetic pulse. A nuclear weapon detonated in the atmosphere over the eastern seaboard that could kill tens of millions of Americans. On July 23rd, in testimony before Congress, you told the United States Senate you hadn't read the congressionally mandated Commission on EMPs and that you didn't know what an EMP was.
That is incorrect. I said I did not know this 2008 report recommendations. I said I was quite familiar with the issue, and we all know about EMPs from airburst nuclear weapons.
Secretary Moniz,
So
let me read the testimony verbatim so that I don't mischaracterize you. Senator Johnson, let me read what you said.
Please.
Senator Johnson, are you familiar with the EMPs Commission's 2008 report? No, I am not, sir. You're not? Do you know? Do you know what an EMP is? You'll have to explain it to me, please. I find that stunning. This is testimony.
That was about the report. If you read further in the testimony, you will see my explicit statement. Of course I know about the issue. I happen to know something about nuclear weapons. I know about EMPs. I know about various actions.
Do you agree that an EMP detonated by Iran in the atmosphere
could kill tens of millions of Americans? By anyone, obviously, is a very potent weapon.
It could kill tens of millions of Americans? Do you agree with that?
That would depend, obviously, on the specifics of
But do you agree that it could?
It depends upon the specifics. These are highly
Does that
variable.
mean yes, it could?
I said it is highly variable in its
Okay, you're
impact.
refusing to answer the question. Secretary Carter, is it correct that Iran is the leading state sponsor of terrorism in the world?
I was asked before, and I believe that's true, yes.
Do you have any doubt whatsoever if in excess of $100 billion goes to Iran that some of that money will go to jihadists who will use it to murder Americans?
I can't say that. I can say that their malign activities about which we're extremely concerned are quite well funded today.
Okay,
and it's
but
those
finally,
malign
because I just have a
activities
second
and
left.
the rest of their conduct that makes it so important that they not also have a nuclear weapon.
Finally, because I just have a second left, Secretary Kerry, you told Senator Lee that this was not a treaty because we don't have diplomatic relations with Iran. I would note that is directly contrary to the testimony you gave yesterday to the House.
No,
when you were asked, why is this not considered a treaty? And I will read your answer verbatim. Well,
Senator,
Congressman, I spent quite a few years. Sir, let me ask the question.
You're not reading my whole answer because
Well,
I also
Congressman,
said what I just said.
The
Secretary
senator's
Kerry.
time, I apologize, the senator's time has expired, and I promised the witnesses that I would get them out as every member that wanted to was able to ask question. I would